Hello students, now we will discuss about deforestation. So deforestation means conversion of forested areas into non-forested areas. So in tropic regions, 40% of the forests were lost by now. In tropical regions or tropics, 40% of forests were lost. In temperate regions, means the regions that are near to the polar regions, near to temperate regions, 1% of the forests were lost by now. In the beginning of 20th century, forests covered 30% of the land of India. In beginning of 20th century, nearly forests covered 30% of the land. But by end of 20th century, only 21.54% of land was covered by the forests. Means nearly 8.46 something percentage of land was lost. But by end of 20th century, forests covered only 21.54% of land in India. So, Government of India has given a policy, that is National Forest Policy, in the year 1988. So, Indian government passed a policy called National Forest Policy in the year 1988. In shortcut, it can be written as NFP. This NFP or National Forest Policy, it recommended that 33% of forest is required for the formation of plains. It recommended that 33% of forest is required for plains and 67% of forest is required for hills. So, what are the causes that are responsible for deforestation? Causes for deforestation is conversion of the forest into agriculture land, one. Next, increasing of cattle ranching. Next, cutting of the trees into timber and firewood and jhum cultivation, etc. So, causes are conversion of forest into agriculture lands. Next is increasing of cattle ranching. Cattle ranching means feeding of the cattle. Not only cattle, even horses, all the herbivores. Ranching means feeding good quality grass to cattle, horses, sheep, etc. Next, another one, cutting of plants for firewood, which is used for cooking. Next, for and timber, and for timber, which is used to make furniture, etc. Another one is Jhum cultivation. Jhum cultivation means people who are residing, the tribals who are residing in the forest, they used to cut a little bit of land there, how much is required for their agriculture purpose and which is later used for their survival. Then they used to burn all the plant parts in that particular area only and leave that soil for a while. So that what happens, the ash that is obtained by burning of the plants is used as a good fertilizer to increase the fertility of that soil. Then they used to do cultivation. After cultivating and getting the crop, they used to shift from that place to other place. So in olden days, what happens when tribals used to do such type of Jhum cultivation, sufficient recovery time was given for the soil again to grow plants naturally, or again to formation of reforestation there. Sufficient time was given. But now the population is being increased. Sufficient time for the soil recovery for reforestation was not done there, or the time is not given for the soil recovery, so that forests are being decreased and deforestation is being increased because of increased population and also for not giving sufficient time for soil recovery. So Jhum cultivation includes cutting of the soil plus burning of plants, here we'll write cut of plants, burning of the plants, ash used as fertilizer. Next, the next step includes agriculture. Next step includes leaving the soil for recovery. This is the total process of Jhum cultivation. But nowadays, this is not being followed because of increased population. Next, this deforestation also leads to loss of biodiversity and also disturbance in the hydrologic cycle. What is hydrologic cycle? The movement of water from earth, between earth and also the atmosphere. The cycle of the water is called as hydrologic cycle. So reforestation led to loss of biodiversity, next, disturbance in water cycle. This is also called as hydrologic cycle. This deforestation also causes soil erosion. So all these can be considered as the major factors or the drawbacks that are caused by deforestation.